welcome to the third and our final episode in our little jolly around the Picos mountain range in northern Spain. First of all, apologies for the long delay in posting this episode. Unfortunately, it couldn't be helped. So we finally get to visit the beautiful little town of Portes, somewhere we've been looking forward to seeing for quite a few days now. Portes is often referred to as the gateway to the Picos, and it sits in the Cantabria province of northern Spain. It's a very old historic town with a small population of only about 1,300 people actually living here, but it definitely seems very much alive in today's modern world. As soon as we arrived here, we could feel a nice lively vibe to the place. It's the sort of place that pulls you into its old cobble streets to get you to come and have a look around the shops, or to just sit on a bench watching the world go by. But we decided to come here today because we knew there was a little open air market going on. A lot of tourists doesn't like an open air market. So we've obviously found the market, and Mrs. Happy Biker is doing her best to blend in with the locals. You'd hardly guess she was a tourist from this angle. Here's one for my normal biking companion, Sticky.
Yo no hablo español.
So I had my eyes on this t-shirt, but I can't speak any Spanish and the bloke couldn't speak any English, but we could both speak a little bit of French, so we got there in the end.
Bonjour. Voilà. Merci.
Bonjour, au revoir.
Portes is a lovely little place and well worth the visit if you're ever in this neck of the woods. We had our obligatory photo taken next to the Isle of Portes sign, and then we were off. But what we didn't realise though was that we were going to be on one of the best roads of our time in the Picos, the C185. We were making our way to a place called Fuente Dé. We'd been looking forward to this for quite some time. It's a high mountain range, and to get to the top of the mountain we were going to have to take a cable car. But in the meantime, we just relaxed, opened the throttle, enjoyed the roads and the views. If you're ever thinking of visiting Fuente Dé yourself, the visit is worth it just for the scenery alone. It really is spectacular in some places. But get your tickets early. They were very, very strict on the timings when you could go on the cable car. If you turn up without a ticket, you're not going to get up.
Está usted en el Circo Glaciar de Fuente Dé, en Cantabria, puerta de entrada al Parque Nacional Picos de Europa.
So this might be a good time to point out, if you haven't got a head for heights, this might not be the cable car for you. You go quite high and you don't have to shoot up there at a rate of knots. It only takes 3 or 4 minutes to get to the top of the mountain, and when you do get there, it's well worth the journey. The views, the nature, the scenery, spectacular. Okay, to answer your question, Shaz, when Edmund Hillary planned climbing Mount Everest, do you really think you'd get back down?
No, but I do.
I'm sure he did.
I'm afraid to wait.
That's the truth. Have all the inclusive hotels you want, but you'll never beat things like this, will you?
You can't really compare them.
Yes, you can.
How?
Right, because if
How
you
are
go
you
to
comparing?
when you go to an all-inclusive hotel,
Yeah.
will you remember in 20 years' time, oh, that was the best Diet Coke I ever had?
No, we don't remember that.
But you'll remember views like this for the rest of your life.
Gracias por utilizar el teleférico de Fuente Dé.
Well, as the saying goes, what goes up must come down, and we were certainly on our way down, and we were soon going to be back on the road, heading back to our base port of Yanez.
We hope you enjoyed your visit to the Picos de Europa.
So this has been my most favourite road so far in Spain, the C185. We're coming back the same way we went to the cable car. We've got another 4 miles of this before we come off this road. So if you like your motorbiking and you're ever in this neck of the wood, definitely worth a ride. So when we got back to Yanez, we had a lovely surprise, or we thought we had a lovely surprise. It seemed like all the locals had come out to greet us back, knowing that we were leaving tomorrow, but apparently they were only out celebrating the festival of Magdalena. So as our time in Spain was now being measured in hours and no longer in days before we crossed the border back into France, you have to ask yourself, would we come back here and do this again? Absolutely. Yanez proved to be a great base, and we even managed to get to some of the great beaches that are nearby. The N625 is brilliant, and from there we got to see the deer statue at Deer Pass, and the even better but lesser known attraction, the Bear, which is only a 10-minute drive further up the road. The N621 would have been the better of the roads, I think. It's just a shame that there were so many roadworks going on at that moment. In 1 or 2 years' time, it's going to be an absolutely amazing ride. And then there was Fuente Dé on the brilliant but lesser known and shorter road, the C185. So So as we finish off, I'll leave some highlights of the few days that me, Trevor and Mrs. Happy Biker spent in the Picos de Europa, northern Spain.